My name is Adam Stevens. I'm construction manager for Ohio, based out of Columbus, Ohio. That's where I primarily sit. Yeah, I started February of 2002. I was 19 years old, almost 20, and kind of a pretty fresh out of high school. Worked for some mom and pop excavating companies and stuff. Prepared my way here, I think. Started out as a laborer, worked my way up to operator in 2006. 2007, a foreman position became available to me, and took that until 2015 when I became a general foreman. And 5 years as a general foreman here in Columbus, Ohio. Superintendent somewhere in there around 2015, became superintendent. Served at that until 2019, and became a general superintendent. Served that for a year, and then became manager of Ohio 2020. So yeah, the four core values. I think they complement each other very well. You have one, typically you have all the others, at least several of them. So it is something to live by. It's not a fancy slogan. It's not something that just sounds neat to our customer or to our employees. It's something I think everybody here really does live by. They take a lot of pride in each one of them. As I said, they complement each other, and none of them really stand alone. I think if you're guilty of one, you're guilty of all in a way. So, good safety, good commitment. As they all flow together, they kind of become one core value, really. I think reputation is sort of the score of how you perform in the rest of them, and how you live by the rest of them. Reputation, you got a good one or a bad one, right? So at the end of the day, reputation is a score to me of what you're doing when nobody's looking. So that's the integrity piece. How I was selected for reputation, I think it's a good testament. It's something I take a lot of pride in. Doing what's right when nobody's looking, I guess, is where I keep going back to. But there's just a lot to it. Sure, there's some things in my life I'd like to have some redos on, but if you learn from them mistakes and own the mistakes, learn from them, and continue on, and don't let that happen again, if you will. A lot of times people don't remember all the good stuff. It goes unnoticed a little bit. You might feel like you're working towards something that's maybe not measurable. But if you've ever had a bad reputation, or if you've ever caught yourself on maybe the low end of that spectrum, you certainly don't forget those moments. And again, just build from them, and just be aware of how we look to the public, how we look to our customers. Inspector walks up to the hole and sees a bunch of trash laying around, or maybe see something not lined up quite right. The first impressions go a long way. So, always be aware of what you look like to the public, what you look like to the communities that we work in, and obviously to our customers. And just being aware of that. You roll up to a job site and everything's in order, your job site visit's probably going to go pretty good. But somebody rolls up to your job site and maybe catch you off guard. Signs ain't up, equipment not in good order, or maybe just need some housekeeping. Kind of changes the tone of the rest of the day, how your meeting's going to go. So always being aware of how you look and how your job sites are held together. In September of 2018, Miller Pipeline had the opportunity to help out one of our customers, Columbia Gas in the Merrimack Valley. We was one of several contractors up there, but we was responsible for 85 crews and had a significant impact in getting that project complete in just under 50 days. Very big project, and probably very pivotal in my career at Miller Pipeline, to see that firsthand, to witness the devastation of, what an overpressurization can mean to a town and the communities. Several homes was destroyed. There was one life that was lost, and just very impactful, not only to myself, but everybody that responded to that. We was away from our family for several days straight. Got to stay on a cruise ship. Not the crews that you're thinking of, but just the sacrifices that the guys have made, for the right reasons, to help that community out. And the sacrifices they made it was just very humbling to be a part of that event, and definitely learn a lot from it. My role in the project was sort of a co-chair, and actually give a lot of credit, to Greg Lindholm. Me and him kind of headed up the operation.
Biggest undertaking probably this company has ever taken on extremely complex project, and Adam and I and Frank, there was a lot of people, Greg and Linda, that went out and started putting this thing together. We decided very early on to put Adam in charge of kind of like our ground operations out there. So he was going around meeting with the utilities, meeting with the municipalities, and really getting the Miller Pipeline word out there. At the end of the day, this project was tough, and we've done it in a very short window and done a lot of work in that period of time. But we was the preferred contractor. Columbia made no bones about that out there, and Adam played a key role in developing that great reputation for Miller Pipeline that we left there with.
Miller Pipeline's reputation definitely went a long ways up there. It was already established before our crews even hit the dirt, and we was very well welcomed, and it didn't take long to build onto that reputation. And our crews performed very well under a lot of pressure, a lot of stress. And they did an amazing job adapting to that. Our reputation definitely carried us a long ways, but not only did it beat us up there, I think we left a very strong reputation, from the work that was completed. The charity I chose is the Autism Resource Center of South Central Ohio. So the reason I chose that charity is a good friend of mine, son, is on the spectrum for autism, and it was something I know I took for granted with my own children, and not only what they're doing, for their own child to make sure that he has the best outcome that he can have, but what they do for other people. And they personally started this charity in an effort to impact other families that's dealing with a similar situation and give them the best foot forward. So very near to my heart. I appreciate what they do. I definitely have a lot of people to thank, for the opportunity of this award. Scott Miller, Jim Wilson, been very instrumental in getting me where I'm at, grooming me in the position, giving me enough rope to hang myself, but maybe reel me back in before I did. So to you guys, I very much appreciate what you've done for me. Greg Lindholm, been pretty key. As we talked about the Merrimack Valley and served on that together. Definitely learned a lot, and I appreciate everything that these guys have done for me. Blake Hollingsworth, he's one that I really look up to and call from time to time, bounce some stuff off of, and of course all the superintendents, general foremen, Columbus, Dayton, Toledo, Great Trails, North Point. All you guys are key to me sitting where I'm sitting and having this opportunity. For that, I accept this award on behalf of you guys. It was the team that made this possible. It's not something that I did on my own. You guys make my job easy, and I very much appreciate the team.
I know, I'm very lucky to have him. He's been, he's kind of, you talk about having a right-hand guy, he's the guy. He picks up on things very fast. He is, he knows when to listen. He knows when to talk. He's got a lot of that stuff down. So, he's still learning, as am I. But I think that's how people get to the next level. Hopefully, Scott had to teach me to get to where I'm at, right? I hope I do the same for him.
My family consists of my wife of 13 years, Lisa, and we have two children, two little girls, 10 and 12 years old. My 12-year-old is Tiffany, and Taylor is the 10-year-old. And we enjoy everything from, anything that's outdoors, really. We got some water sports, hunting, fishing, so best of both worlds. I got the daddy's girl, plus some good buddies to hang out with on the weekends, camping, you name it, skiing. My family is very key role in my life of holding me accountable. I think we do that for each other, right? Not only teaching our kids how they should live and how they should walk, but they definitely do a good job of keeping me in check too. So if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for us, and they'll point it out. My littlest one especially, I call her Little Lisa. She acts just like her mother, and she loves to call Dad out, you know, and catch me on a little trip or something. So they're definitely a key role in how I lead my life today.
Hey, honey. Hey, the girls and I just want to congratulate you on your award. This is awesome. We are so very proud of you. Your hard work and dedication has paid off over the years. Again, we are so proud of you. We cannot wait to see what your future holds for you and how far you succeed in your career. We love you and are very appreciative of everything you do for us. Congratulations.
Hi, Dad. I am so proud of you. Congratulations on your award.
Congratulations, Dad. Thank you for being so kind to us over the years. We love you.
Congratulations, babe.
That's what it's about, right? Yeah, my family's very important to me, so very much appreciate them as well. That's definitely not one-sided. I look up to them, and I give them a lot of credit for where I am today.